Hi, good people, and welcome to yet another episode of Life Codes 254. And of course, we are in studio, and I'm joined by
Harry Rito, people.
And Harry, we have a guest on studio.
Yes.
Kindly do the honors.
So introduce yourself.
Hi guys. Former angel, but from Beba, but now I'm just Asha Mutuku.
Hi.
And we're gonna get to know you more. And so let's get to it. And so on today's episode, we are joined by a very talented person. And of course, I will not do any justice by introducing her. So I am going to let her introduce herself because she wears many hats and she has graced our screens. Please, kama umekuwa ukiwatch TV,
Yes.
na wewe ni mtoto wa 1990.
Kupanda.
Mi sitaki kucheza na watoto wa 2005. Tafadhali, please move. Anyway, she has graced our screens, and on to you, Asha.
Where do I start?
Yeah, so like
I have so many names.
how do we know you? Remind us how we know you.
Yeah.
Well, actually this is one angel is one name that everybody knows because of Beba.
Yes.
Was one of the first local TV series in Nation. Then I did Makutano Junction. I was called Eva. I've done so many shows on NTV as well for games and stuff like that. But my real name is Asha Mutuku, mother, talent manager. And that's me now.
Oh, nice.
Karibu on set. We are happy to be with you here to get to know you and to discuss more about, the entertainment industry in Kenya as it is, the challenges, that we face as a country in terms of entertainment, and just how you handle that. You as a person, as a mother, your life, your private life and your work life as well.
Okay.
And
Private life.
Yeah. So we are happy to have you.
Thank you for
Karibu
having
sana
me,
Life
guys.
Codes 254.
Karibu.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so we imagine just like any other TV personality, of course there is the high demand that is usually placed on you as a person. So like, who is Asha Mutuku? Who is Angel Beba? Like on a normal day, as in who are you, what defines you, and how did you transition actually from acting to getting into this whole space for talent management, running a studio, which can be quite something. It's quite a transition.
Yeah, it is.
And so like, why not both? Why did you leave acting to join the corporate side of it?
Well, when I started acting, I was very young. I just actually, and I never used to live in Kenya. I used to live in South Africa. So I moved from South Africa to Kenya. Then I finished my school, my studies. Then immediately, by just chance, I got to be in the right place at the right time. And they were looking for my character only, actually.
Yes.
Then I auditioned, finally got the part. And now I was Angel from Beba. So that was a long journey, really long, because I remember I was just turning 19.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was new for me. Like now coming back to Kenya, getting used to the whole lifestyle of Kenya, and then now going straight to TV.
Yes.
And then now you're going straight to TV, and it's the first local TV series on Nation TV. So it was very hard. And then I was working with people who have been here for a long time, who have done many projects, and I'm so new.
Yeah.
So it was very, very challenging.
Yeah.
Very challenging. But as I grew, my co-host, my co-actors and actresses were very kind. We blended well. It was actually a family.
Oh.
They welcomed me so well. It was a very nice family. And then I grew up. Then as I go on, other new challenges came in, new TV series, new TV stations like Citizen and Makutano Junction. That was a very, very challenging one as well.
Whoa.
Yeah.
By challenging, like, what do you mean? Is it that the script was very detailed? Is it that you had a lot to do?
Yeah, it was bigger because back then,
Yes.
Beba was still young.
Yes.
It was still growing.
Yes.
So we weren't like so big as Makutano. You know, Makutano was big and it had a big set, had big, like it was just a life of its own. So, and then you get there and then you have other bigger actors and actresses, and then now they give you another lead because you know they gave me because I just came
The
in.
pressure just keeps
It
piling.
just kept on piling because I was like, oh
Whoa.
my god,
Yeah.
I've just arrived in this big set and now I'm the main story again.
Whoa.
So it was really challenging because you know pressures like you're new.
Yeah.
and
Plus, you want to prove that you can actually. They chose you. That they chose the right person. You can deliver.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And actually, even the audition was just like Beba, right time at the right place. It was just
Wow.
like that. Yeah, I've always just been lucky like
Divine order.
yeah, it's actually quite weird. But as I grew, I got to know how things work. It was okay. Then I got pregnant. And then after that, now you have to stop at a certain age when you start showing.
Yes.
So so after that, my pregnancy was very challenging.
Oh.
It was very, very hard for me. So after that, I just decided, you know what? I've been in this industry for acting for a long time since I was young. Let me just relax a bit and then see what else I can do.
Yes.
What experience I've got, what can I do something for myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then that's why I went into music. But music has all actually been in my family. My parents all musical. My dad's side actually, we're all like into music. And me, music, I've always had a passion for music.
Yes.
It's like something that has always been my thing.
Yes.
So when I came to it, like it wasn't so hard. But at the same time, this is Kenyan industry, so it was another big challenge.
Yes.
But I was very passionate about it. So I decided let me give it a try, and now this is where I am.
Wow.
Doing this now, yeah.
That's quite a journey.
Yeah.
How is it in terms of now that transition? You've gotten into that transition now. Is it music singing? Is it music directing? Is it producing? What part do you play in music?
I play in talent management. So I basically scout for talent and not tuning my own horn, but I have a very good ear for music. So I can tell like when someone is really talented, like for now or for the future, or like there's artists that you can get that they're just for now, but then there's that talent that you can see and that this person is gonna go far. So I've always been gifted with that. So my role is just to get the talent. How do you say? Nurture them.
Nurture it.
Yeah. And it's not a talent that it's been like raw talent, like someone who hasn't been in the industry and has found it hard to actually penetrate the industry. So I'm there to nurture them, to like guide them, get them in the right places, write auditions, write whatever, do everything for them so they can grow and be there.
That's interesting. And it's interesting because Asha, many of the artists in Kenya are actually, we have some really, really awesome talent.
Yeah, we do.
But people don't know what's this whole niche of having a manager, having someone who's managing your brand, managing your content, managing the shows you go to, and how you position yourself. So for that beginning artist that wants to put themselves out there, what does management really mean in terms of what is expected from the artist? What is expected? What is it that you promise to deliver? What is the strategy around it? And how can it be sustainable such that this sort of art, by you being this person's manager, is feeding them every day? What does that mean really for that budding artist?
Well, as you know, most artists don't know their rights. We
yeah.
get exploited a lot out here. When I say exploited, is that some managers, and I'm not talking ill of all managers, but there's some managers who just exploit talent in a way that if they see this person has a talent, they'll book them for shows and what, extort them for money. They'll get a bigger percentage. This person won't even know how much they're getting, and at the same time, they're not building their brand. Because for me, I sit down with a person. I'm like, okay, this is me. This is what I can do for you. I will help you build your brand. But what is your brand?
Yeah.
Who do you want to be? How do you want to be seen? Are you really serious about this music? Where do you want to in the future? What is your plan?
Yes.
Like, we can't talk just now just to be famous for like six. They wanted to talk about one hit wonders.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you want? Like, how I want them to. I always say, please give me a plan of how you want your music and your brand to be developed and pushed through the years. Then now, if they tell me what they want, then I tell them, okay, this is what I can give you. I can help you. I can open some doors if I can.
Yes.
I
Gigs.
can direct you. Yeah, not even gigs is not usually what managers really do in kind of like in a way, because it's a whole team.
Yes.
There's PR, there's promoters, there's all that, but this person is the person who's holding your hand, telling you, no, I don't think this is good with your brand.
Yes.
No, I don't think this is the right crowd for.
Yes.
You get, because we have already sat down and I know your vision. You understand? So I am literally directing your vision for how you want it to be. So if I see that you're going in the wrong journey, the way that your vision is not, then I'll be like, okay, you know what? Apa, tulia isi poa, indi poa. But in the end of the day, it's not like I'm controlling them. They have a say.
So where's the money for you? Where's the motivation for you to do this? And so you've built their brand. You've shown them the ropes around it. How are you benefiting from it? Because at the end of the day, it has to be the oiling of this bread on both sides, so that at the end of the day it becomes sustainable, yet not in any exploitative fashion, such that there's that key striking of a balance that both sides of the divide are in good stead. Yeah.
I don't know how to answer that in not being I'm really passionate on what I'm doing, because in the end of the day, yes, there is that financial accept in the way that, okay, I need to have this to actually make this happen.
Yes.
But in the end of the day, I see a lot of people just being stuck. And it's because of a lot of politics, a lot of whatever in the music industry. There's so much you can't even cover right now. Like, it's a lot. But if I can sleep and say, yes, I made that person and he's happy and she's happy, and see where she's gone. That was me. That's that's my bread and butter. That's like, okay, other than the financial aspect on it, but that is my joy. That I helped someone who didn't have someone to help them because of this whole, you have to know someone to open this door, you have to, the politics that we have.
Most people don't have that. Most people don't. Yeah.
We get exploited so much. Even me as an actress, I got exploited a lot. You get, so if I'm happy by saying, I helped this person, I saw their talent, and now look at them. That's my joy. That's my bread.
Awesome satisfaction that you derive from that. Knowing that you made someone rise.
Because I've seen, even in my time as an actress, I've been with a lot of artists, the whole industry. So I know how shitty it is can get.
Pardon your French.
Pardon my French. But so for me, it's, if I've helped someone's gonna help that person. It's like paying forward, in a way, because we need that. Hey, this country of ours, industry. Hey, wow, it's too much.
But then I see Kenya is now embracing a new way of doing music. Where we didn't have this before. You can put your music on Spotify, on Boomplay, and you can get your authentic listeners, and you get paid, without relying so much on radio and all that. Yeah. And so now the pressures of outshining everyone out there, and just being that person that we want to look for in all those forums.
Not chasing clout, just being the authentic self.
Yes, yeah. Now, how do you tell that person who, they're rising up, the talent is there, they know that, but they're competing with trends, they're competing with, the various things so that they can outshine the rest, yeah? How would you advise that person in your position?
I would just say, why are you doing this in the first place?
Yeah.
Are you doing this for clout, or are you doing this because you want to express yourself and touch people with your music? There's so different, people do things for different things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's some artists who be like just chasing clout. They just want to be famous.
Yeah.
Just want to get that, whatever. And then there's someone who really actually is passionate about their music.
Yeah.
And they want to like make a mark, like be the next Whitney or Britney Spears or whatever, That's a different person you're talking to this other person. So in the end of the day, that's the question you ask. Like, do you want this, or do you want
what are you doing this for?
And then you give them the disadvantages of this.
Yes.
And the disadvantages of this, and the advantages of this. Because disadvantage of this is you have to work hard. You have to like cancel the noise. You have to think of what you want in the end of the day. What's the end game? So there's this other side. You're like, okay, you will be famous, but then people forget. There's another thing that will come up, and then poof.
We put you aside.
Yeah, we're done. So it's up to you.
Yeah.
In the end of the day, it's the artist, whatever, journey.
Okay. Now talking about fame and the pressures of you're out there, you're being known and everything. Now you as a person juggling that, you have your life, and then there's this pressure of maintaining, appearances per se, and just seemingly to have a life that is going on well. How do you handle that kind of pressure?
Well, hey. I don't even know where to start, now or back then.
Back then and now transitioning to now.
Well, okay, for me, there's even one thing that I always remember my director saying. It's like, for all these years I've known you, since you were 19, you have never changed your character. You've never been a person of being pressured. Because even if you look back at all, if you go back to my articles of Angel, what, you've never heard any scandal or whatever, nothing. Because I chose to just live for the moment. Because I knew this moment is going to end.
Yes.
I am not going to be looking so young anymore.
Yes.
I'm going to grow old.
At some point.
Yeah. So for me, it was a lot of pressure, yes. Because, you can't go anywhere. Can't have any privacy. Everybody wants a piece of you. It is a lot. But it was very hard. But I had a good system in a way that I had good friends. Like I had, in some way, that kind of like they held me down. Guess I've had my mishaps, which people didn't know, but the balance was a bit hectic when you're young, because as you said, you'll have other new actresses coming in, and you're still in the shine, but they're like now new little toys. And then you're like feeling that pressure, like, when you go to work, you have to like now put your A game like that. Yeah, there's those pressures.
Yeah.
It was very hard. It was very, but I kept my cool. I don't even know how to say. God.
I can imagine. Because you see, there's a lot of mental health issues around it even.
Yes.
Trying to keep up that whole cloud thing, trying to be your authentic self, having to balance it out at the end of the day. And it becomes quite dicey, and in a big way affects, and Annette, we're big on mental health, and how someone can still hold that mental fortitude amidst all this charade of shenanigan or things that are happening around you,
and stop trying to always try to remain relevant, in ways that don't even uphold your integrity as a person.
And you get into pressures like drug abuse, you get into things like trying to fit in, and at the end of the day you get lost. Even this brand that you're trying to build, you get lost in translation, in the whole thing. And so for you, how do you make sure that this mental health issue is not something that really holds you down or puts you down for too long? How do you maintain your fortitude?
Let me tell you, depression creeps in very fast. Especially when you're young, because I started this when I was so young. And you're just put out there, like you're like you're in every magazine, newspaper, you can't go anywhere. Depression kind of hits you because you don't have privacy. You have to like always fake, like you have to be like someone that you're not, like, hi, because if you're now not Nini, you're excuse my French, you're bitchy, you're not people's person. You have to like always make everybody love you, because at the end of the day, I was put in this bubble, this thing that I was the goody two shoe, because even all my roles after that, they've always been the same. Daughter, nice, sweet. So when you go outside, people
they expect that of you.
But that
they forget that's a character.
Exactly. Because that's what you're acting. But when outside that, you have to be you.
You're
but you
human.
Can't. You can't. So you end up being. Because for me, there was a time I got depressed. I got depressed and I was like, hey, I'm tired.
In the younger years or?
Yeah, younger years. I'm so tired of pretending when I'm outside. I just want to be myself. Sometimes I don't want to
without anyone looking at me funny.
Or taking a photo saying, Suji, this one, she did this at this point. It was very hard. So the depression really actually did creep in. But I'm lucky that I had a good support system, as I said. Then I fought that, and then I had to, and that's very hard because, as you said, when you're young, you're still, there's so many peer pressure, like this,
and you're still discovering yourself.
Exactly. So you don't know who you are. Like, am I this person that people want me to be? Or even you forget, oh wait, Asha, you're actually this way. Like Asha, you're not Angel. Like sometimes you don't even know who you are. You feel like, am I Angel today or am I Asha? Like, you're not like, hey, which one is it? So you get into this dark space because now you're like, you're in and out, in and out, in and out. When you're outside, you have to be Angel. When you're like with people, you have to be Asha. But at the same time, those people that you're with, they still know you as Angel, so they want you to be as Angel. You get like it's fame comes with a lot of
undue pressure.
It comes with a lot of pressure.
And a support system is fundamental to someone who, especially now, because you got into it very young. People who, because I see a lot of it these days. People decide, my child is talented. They are 4, 5, so this is where I want to thrust them into this world. I'll manage them. I'll be their manager. And so they're young. They don't know themselves. They're discovering themselves as we are discovering them, And so that support system, like you said, just being with a very healthy support system, can that lessen, the impact of, going just down the rabbit hole?
Because if you have someone who always reminds you of who you are, like every single time when they know who you are, like Asha, like snap out of it, like I'm here, like because it's very hard if you're like in that space, like you're in and out of different characters, and then now you're like, if you don't have someone who actually is pulling you out and actually making sure that, hey, Asha, where do you like you? You're not this person or this personality that people are seeing. This is you. And are you saying about the whole like parents putting their kids out there and sometimes it's a very bad like you have to have balance, because at the end of the day you need to have your kid to be a kid.
A kid, yeah.
And at the same time, the fame is very addictive.
Yes.
So
Quite.
Yeah, that balance is very important, because even for me, as growing up, when I'm growing up on TV is different, because now you're growing up not knowing who you are, but you're growing up what people are telling who you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, it took me time to actually cancel the noise and actually take myself in a journey to find out who I'm actually am.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't easy.
It was not easy. It was not easy. But I had, as I said, good support system that helped me catch up.
Oh,
nice.
And so, like, in your role as a mother, like, what was the turning point that made you now find this whole key balance, and how do you manage to maintain that level head? Because, of course, even around where you live, children or parents will always perceive you in a certain way. This is angel of Beba, and the whole pressure around it, and how do you manage just everyday life to make sure that these people who per se will be judging you, quote unquote, and they're judging you from a place of their own, themselves, they don't know themselves. They are basically, we're all in the curriculum, right? But they already have put you in such a pedestal. They won't let you be that authentic person that you are, that real Asha Motuko that really is. And so how that whole balance can become quite an issue.
Actually, for me, once I got pregnant and I had my kid, I decided then and there, I was like, I'm not going back to the limelight. Like, this is gonna be me and my kid.
That was the turning point.
Yeah, that was my turning point. I was like, I cannot, as for now, I cannot balance. I cannot go back to acting, and I have this kid. No, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna concentrate on my kid.
Yes.
And I'm gonna give my all and all my attention to my kid for now until I feel at a certain point that I can balance to come back to the limelight. But then at the same time, with other people, I keep a distance. Because at the end of the day, even my daughter for now, like she kind of hears once in a while, like I was on TV, blah, blah, but she doesn't really know my background. Like she doesn't know I was an actress or not, because I hide that, not hide, but just to keep my family and her, to keep her childhood just sane. Like, I just wanted to be a normal kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I distanced myself a lot. Like I keep to myself, and if I have to like talk to someone, and if I see that this is gonna go to that, I just like cut it off, I shut it off. For now, because I want my kid to grow up being a kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just
my
politics, because parents can bring their politics to their kids.
Exactly.
So that's exactly. I don't want her to have that pressure, like, your mom was on TV, what are you doing? Like, I don't want that. I want her just to go on her own journey, and I'm there with her, holding her hand and guiding her without all this nonsense on their side.
She decides to be a pilot or a doctor.
Doesn't anything she wants, just not my politics being in her journey. I don't want that. So I distance myself. That's how I balance.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
That's how I balance.
That's pretty something, because there's that whole pressure that is on the mom that is now pushed to the child, and they're thrust in this whole limelight. And I see now artists, I see social media personalities now pulling the children into it too early into the whole process. They get them into the socials, so such that it's now even part of an income generating thing. And this child has to also act up some of the skits here and there, and now they get confused between who they really are and now the person that they act on.
Exactly.
And eventually
it's a thin line. It's a thin line for a parent and a kid. Like, it's for a parent to cross. To put your ambitions that you did not fulfill to your kid.
Oh my goodness, that is profound.
And to monetize.
Profound,
if you're doing it to monetize for views, for CPMs.
Mtoto anajilipia school fees.
Yes.
College fund. College fund. Because for me, my kid loves music,
Yes.
loves, like she love what I love. That's what she loves.
Yes.
But I can actually say, okay, you know what? We can do this whole social media. We put you on whatever. We get you to places. Because if I say I'm Angel, what I did this, I still have some influence.
Yes.
But I just want her to enjoy music the way she wants to enjoy music.
Yeah.
I don't want to put pressure on her.
Yeah.
Kids, they get sick and tired of one thing and then they move to
jump
another
to the
thing. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But now the parents, when they see, they are good at this thing.
Yes.
There is the
Now
money
this-
maker.
There
There is the money
push them.
maker. Yeah.
And then the kid ends up being depressed because finally when she grows up,
And
that's not what
detests
she
that
wants.
very same
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. So
That's where you draw the line.
yep.
Yeah.
That's what the thin line
Yes.
comes.
Yeah.
For
Oh.
parents and kids, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Asha, this was really, really nice. Annette, I think you
It's-
see the perspective all around it and how she still gets to be human around it and
Yeah.
not on a straight line, having gone through concepts of challenges and coming out of it, as a Asha Mutuku, not the angel of Beba that we used to know. It's not easy. And life codes are all about it. And so, there's a lot of content that now we're generating. Where would our audiences find us?
Definitely on all socials.
Yes.
We are on YouTube, we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook. That is Life Codes 254. Subscribe, like, share. Let's share wisdom. Asha, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Anytime.
And where can they reach you?
Instagram.
Anyone who wants, advice in terms of, they feel like they have this talent, they don't know what to do with it, and they want to pursue it.
Okay.
And they would like some advice on that.
Yeah, you can find us at ATM Studios Instagram, and it's the same with all social, Facebook, Twitter. Yeah. So you can find
TikTok.
all the
They work.
information. The bio is there on Instagram. The number is there on Instagram. ATM Studios. You can call us. You can text us. We got you.
Cool.
Yeah, if you're out there, you feel like, you know someone who's young and they need to be nurtured, or even, there are people who just develop and, they're called what? Late budding.
Yes.
Yes.
Late bloomers.
Yes, those ones. Yeah, you are in your that kedo and you feel now, niko na hii talent.
Yes.
Please, usiachwe nyuma.
Yeah.
Come visit our studios.
Yeah, and it's been great to just get to know, handling entertainment and just being human while handling entertainment in Kenya.
Wow.
And so thank you so much. Find us on all our socials. Let's interact. And let's see you on the 28th to the 29th of October for Singles Mingles.
Yay.
Harry?
Yeah. We look out for a really fun experience where we get to have awesome singles come and interact. We're giving you an awesome time for only 6,000 that you pay at *487 *27#. You get an awesome mingling experience. You get transport to and fro the venue. You get dinner. You get breakfast. You get DJ and bonfire experience. You get some camping. You get all these things around the excursion and the nature trail, and come mingle and meet some people. Yeah, how about that for a change?
I'm telling you.
Yes.
Let's mingle. Let's share conversations that help us grow mentally, physically, and emotionally. Let's be better people. And let's see you
On the next episode.